Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all for joining the live stream wherever you joining us from. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I see Michael Beecher Life and Jacob Tanje out here. Thank y'all. Hope y'all don't need them wrenches today, but keep them ready. All my members, thank y'all so much for your continued support. I'm going to upload a members only video today, and then we'll have our members only live stream on Friday morning at 9:30 Philippines time. All my old heads, thank y'all for your long-term support. And any new viewers and subscribers, join us for the first time today. Welcome. Anybody catching this on replay? The peso is 57.08, man. It's creeping up again. Michael Beecher Life sent me something the other day. It was 56.92. Then it went down to 56.80 on my last live stream. Now it's 57.08. Hey, I might go out and have a old cup of coffee out at the Roadster 95 up the street. You know, we always have a topic. Today's topic is the walking dead, how chronic loneliness is affecting men in the West. We want to talk about that. I really just want to continue the discussion we had from my last video. And Dylan, what's up, Dylan? He said, I love the latest video. This hit home for me as I'm 82,000 pesos deep total, according to my PayPal receipts. I'm done sending money, but this has happened with two different women. I'm glad you could relate to that, man. And I hope you are done sending money because it doesn't benefit you in any way, shape, or form. And this is one of the things we're going to talk about, how chronic loneliness affects our decision making. We become vulnerable to crime, abuse, exploitation, scams. And that's what's happening to you. He said, also, I'm not even there yet. I plan on arriving in January now. I feel that the women online are feeling a void of emptiness that I have felt from being single for the last few years. I'm also divorced. See, this is what we need. We need people to tell their story, their situation. Because we don't know who you are, but we know you're real and your situation is real. But this is exactly what we're talking about. See, the gentleman, he's a healthcare professional. But it doesn't matter when loneliness hits you and it affects you the way it affected him and many others, by the way. I mean, you're vulnerable. You don't have any defense. And he was out of 700,000. I liked his attitude. He didn't dwell on it because that's one of the ways you can tell if somebody's suffering from loneliness. They dwell on their past bad experiences. He didn't do that. He just said, hey, honestly, I feel I got my money's worth. What's up, Jeffrey Chatter? What's up, Harry Shoulders? He said, the first sign of chronic loneliness is that people are laughing at you and you're wondering why. When I was young, I was laughing too. It's not funny anymore. Well, how do they even know you're lonely? He said, hang in there, Dylan. Breathe, relax, and gain your composure. Yeah, but that's what happens with this loneliness, man. We start trusting strangers and we open the door to becoming victims. See, he like many others thinks he really knows those women and they're filling a void that's been there since his divorce. So he wants to reward them. And the longer that you chat with women, the more emotionally entangled you become and you start feeling obligated to help. Hey, Harry Shoulders, thanks for that super chat. He said, the Matrix GPS takes us straight to chronic loneliness avenue. I believe that. I believe that. He says, I've got a unique story, Rusty, in the Philippines. Yeah, man, we all have our own story, but somehow they're all interconnected. Loneliness and desperation and isolation seems to be that common thread that runs through our stories. You know, the pandemic did this to us, but people don't want to acknowledge that. What's up, Ajima's World? What's up, Lee? There's Jacob Tanjay. He said, yeah, thanks for the support, gents. He said, yeah, I suffer from being removed from the value of the dollar. It's hard for me to imagine that my small contribution makes such a large difference over there. Well, it really does. Okay, what you've given a woman is almost a year's salary. Okay, if they're fortunate enough to have a real job that earns 10,000 per month, that's 8 months of salary you've given them, and they didn't have to work for it. They didn't have to go and check in and work 10 to 12 hours, Dylan. You really did them a big favor. But you have to understand there's an unspoken agreement that's alive and well, and she's not going to be able to hold up her end of the bargain 8,000 miles away, Dylan. And this is what I want to make clear to anybody that's sending money. You wait till you get over here and spend the money, because there's an unspoken agreement in effect. You take care of me, I'm going to take care of you, but it's hard to take care of you 8,000 miles away. What's up, Angelo Habib? Alexander's Home Repairs. Roger Walker, what's up? What's up, Ryan? I got your email, man. Thank you. I responded to it. I don't know if you've seen it. There's moments with Mitch. I told you, you wasn't, he said, him and Michael beat your life. Matter of fact, about 4 people the other day, they said, hey, my comments aren't going through. What happened? But sometimes that happens on YouTube. What's up, I love LaChine? He said, I remember watching your in-home exercise video during COVID. Now 60,000 subscribers. Wow, congratulations. Yeah, I'm just as shocked as you, Richard. Thank you. Yeah, when I did that, man, I probably had 500 subscribers or less. When I did that, I was in that little bitty room down in Zamboanga, and I was doing my workouts, man. Yeah, it seems like an eternity, but it's really been only about 4 years ago. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's Kamal. What's up, Dre going global? But yeah, this is what we're talking about today, Dylan. So you're in the right place. You know, here's what this guy did that really impressed me. He had come to the Philippines already one time, you know, and he didn't even hook up with a woman. He just wanted to check out the place. He didn't spend any money on any woman. He did not mess around with any woman. He said he had a good time. But y'all think I just be on here talking. I said, man, the Philippines is everything they say it is. All that sugary stuff. But once you start fooling with women, man, you're in a whole different universe now. It's almost like you're in a whole different country. But then he came back. You keep playing with fire, man, you're going to get burned. That's what happened to him. He finally met one of them sweet women online. And it was the freak off. They got freak offs over here. Diddy didn't invent the freak off, guys. I mean, it really is a freak off. That's all you can call it. Everything goes. And you don't even have to be drunk or drugged up. Just bring the damn baby oil. Hell, it's a freak off. Every hole is invaded. Juice says you can have someone and still be lonely. Happens all the time in the United States for sure. Man, you write out of my notes, okay? Here's what it says right here. It says, research has linked loneliness to poor health. It can make men angry and violent. He says male loneliness affects women. Apparently, 2/3 of divorces are initiated by women who complain their husbands are emotionally incompetent. Yeah, I've had that feeling before. You be in a room full of people and you're still alone. He said reverse searing a state is the spirit. What's up, TJ from KL? I met a guy, let's see, not yesterday, day before in IT Park. We sat and talked for a while, me, him, and John Smulo. And he goes back and forth from KL in Malaysia to the Philippines. We're basically Cebu. What's up, Mike Dawsonville? Michael Alexander. Yeah, hit the like, guys. He said these guys, what's that? What's FAFO? Didn't blame the Philippines. Stop it. No, he's not. He didn't blame the woman. He just said, you know, she scammed him. It's a scam. You know, I don't call it a scam. But I mean, you know, when they start asking for money, that's as close to a scam as you're going to get in you when they lying about the circumstances. Okay, it's different than if she says, okay, give me some money to buy a motorcycle. She goes out and buy a motorcycle. But if she says, hey, you know, my child is in the hospital, I need 25,000 or whatever it is, and then that calculator starts going up in your head, and you think, oh, it's only $400 to get the little baby out of the hospital. And there is no baby. There is no hospital. That's a scam to me. But he said he got his money's worth. That was so unique about his story. He wasn't complaining. He says, I'm happy, Cal. He said, because the money I earn, that's nothing to me. You know, but we're not blaming the woman. But remember, there's two sides to the story, Al, that you don't hear. You don't hear. All you're hearing is our side that we put out there. If them women start talking about the shit we're doing to them over here, it'll be a different story. Yeah, we flipping their lives upside down, but nobody's telling that part of the story. So no, you can't come on here and keep saying we're blaming the Filipino because they're blaming us too. Nobody's just telling that story. Trust me, it's guys coming over playing games, lying, making promises they know they can't keep, using women over here, man, really abusing them, having babies with them and running back to their own countries. So no, it's not one-sided. You're just getting that one side. What's up, Michael? What's up, Brian? Yeah, you know, that's all I'm saying. What's up, Matt? He said, hope all is well. Another week and I'll be in Tennessee. Your streams keep me going. Thank you. Man, thank you, man. This guy's walking across country. I believe you're walking from where? Oregon to, where are you going? DC or somewhere? I forgot. Yeah, man. W secret to success. He said, most don't know what KL means. Kuala Lumpur, Lumpur, Lumpur. You spelled it wrong. Damn, W secret to success. You got all that damn college education. There you go. Yeah, the freaky deaky. Diddy did not invent the freak offs. I believe they was invented over here. I know I had a freak off. Every time I came over here to meet a woman, it was a freak off. That was before they even called it a freak off. Yeah, it is. It is because, you know, that loneliness, man, affects our decision making. I didn't say that. There's this organization called Wavelength. It's out of the UK. It fights loneliness. Something happens to our brain. Our cerebral cortex shrinks. Human beings are social creatures, man. We're born with the innate, what does it say right here? We're born with an innate, does it say ability? Let me read this. It says human beings are social creatures who live in groups, whether it's a small group like a family or a larger group like a city or country. It says we're born with an innate capacity for forming social networks. So then when you get away from that and you by yourself, profound aloneness, that's what chronic loneliness is. He said three sides, his, her, and the truth. Well, you know, he told the truth. Actually, she apologized, you know, because he said, hey, you took advantage of me. She said, yeah, I did. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Oregon and South Carolina. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, right. He said, forget a freak off. He said, the ultimate experience got to be to do whatever you want to me, made famous in the Philippines. Yeah, and then Angelo says, yeah, at least to do whatever you want to me is consensual. I believe all that other stuff with Diddy was consensual. But now it's a money grab, man. You don't wait. I don't buy that waiting 30 years. That's bullshit. You do something to me, damn it, you're going to hear about it. If you commit a crime against me, I don't give a damn about all that's bullshit over there. They'll wait 30 years and then come forward like the last lady. Now come to find out they done found some text where she's texting the ex-boyfriend, wanting him to, you know, support her bullshit story. She offered him $3 million to do it. Now you gonna come forward 22 years later. If he raped you, then damn it, he should be in prison. You don't wait no 20-something years. And then, you know, that, what do they call that? Suggestion, the power of suggestion. You get them lawyers in there, did he do that? Well, maybe he wasn't. Did you know he was gonna drug you and all that? And do you know you can get millions of dollars right now? 30 years. Bullshit. He says he's using divorce math. In the States, 14,000 is dropping a bucket for a complicated divorce of a middle-class male. What's the price to feel alive again? Yeah, but see, we can't do that, global vagabond over here. This is why we spend so much money over here. He's not in America. He's in the Philippines. That's a fortune. That woman would never be that's like 700,000 in America. It's the same degree of difficulty. This is where you're wrong. Okay? It's like giving a woman 700,000 over there. Okay? There's nothing dropping a bucket for 700,000. Many of us don't have that kind of money. I certainly don't have it. You give a woman that kind of money over here, man, she should be sad because she'll never have that in her hand. She may never even earn that. But this is where we make the mistake. Get that calculator out of your head. That's not 14,000. That's 700,000 pesos. Listen, guys, if you don't hear nothing else on this live stream today, that's 700,000. They don't take dollars over here. They only accept pesos. There's no way you can bring 14,000 over here. That's not true. It's not true at all. What's up, Harold? He said, all the way from Newport News, finally catching another stream live. Great, necessary, and insight topic. Thank you, man. I was stationed in Norfolk. Norfolk? Is it Norfolk? Which one is it? I think it's Norfolk. I used to go to Suffolk. Used to go to Newport News. I didn't even know that Iverson was from Newport News. He was a little boy when I was there. Yeah, man, that's he's walking over 3,000 miles, I believe. He said the hurricane is in effect in Central Florida. I read that today. It did hit as a category 3, which is nothing to shake a stick at. He said, my man said he woke up with 4 baddies in the bed. Someone changed his underwear to fresh ones while he was asleep. And they went down to the buffet and made him 2 plates because they didn't know his preferences. He said, can you really blame a woman for letting her take advantage of you? No, he's not even blaming the woman. He's happy. This is what's so different about his story, Thomas. He's like, she made me feel alive again. And I was like, wow, man, is it that bad over there, though? This is what we really want to talk about. Is it that bad over there, man, really? Because my research said that, men they have a disillusionment with dating in the West. It says some men, not all, feel frustrated with the dating culture in the West, citing issues like casual dating, high expectations, or difficulties in forming meaningful connections. So this is what Dylan was talking about. And this is what SD was talking about. They can't, so now they come over here and the woman makes him feel alive again. That's why I made it The Walking Dead. A lot of guys are lonely over there and they won't admit it. According to this study in the UK, it says 1 in 20 adults always or often feel lonely. Damn. That's a lot, man. They said Diddy was using horse steroids. Yeah, but that's not a crime. Being a freak is not a crime. He says better than Viagra. 48 hours of hard on. Damn. But I'm just saying that if you look at the Epstein situation and Diddy situation, it's 2 different things. They were never coming out talking about anything Epstein was doing and who he was with. It was all like waiting on the list to come out. Man, they're frying Diddy in the court of public opinion. They didn't do Epstein like that up until he, committed suicide. You heard nothing about that stuff. See, y'all forget that Alan is Dershowitz, is that his name, that was on the Dream Team? He represented Jeffrey Epstein, and he said I was proud of it because he's been on that island. He received a massage, but we let all that slip out. This man has had no pushback for that. It's a double standard, man. It's not the same. This man admitted being over there, getting a massage, but there's no pushback. It could have been a young woman giving him that damn massage. Yeah, I'm just saying it's all phony. There has to be a statute of limitations on some of this stuff. Well, maybe not murder, but man, come on. Then they changed the laws for R. Kelly. The stuff that he's in jail for, they changed the law to say, okay, there is no statute of limitations, because it was. If they want to get you, they're going to get you. Yeah, memory planting. The power of suggestion. Yeah, you were raped, lady. That's rape. Like, yeah, you're going to wait 20 some odd years. Even the guy, she didn't even know who the other guy was because the bodyguard, he's come forward. He's like, no, I'm clearing my name. When this lady said this happened, I wasn't even working for Diddy. I'd never seen her before. Why your memory so good about that, lady? You can't remember what you were doing 20 years ago. I don't care, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, but you can't. Sorry, now if they have some type of, so then you wait 50 years and come and then send a man to prison. We talked about this already, Al. Men are being sent to prison on a woman's damn dreams in America. The hell with that, man. You ain't got time for that. Foolishness. Now somebody, how do you even know the shit's real? I'm not discounting what happened, but if somebody rapes my daughter, I've got an open enough communication with my daughters, they're going to tell me, you're going to jail. I'm not going to wait no 20-something years if it's a real rape or is it statutory rape? Well, you let the man do it, and now you feel guilty about it because you were younger. Some of these women, man, with 14, you can trust me, I raised daughters. He said, bro, they've been trying to tell us about Diddy for at least 20 of those. You just might not be. No, I am tapped in on what I'm saying. Then why not do something about it then? This man has been with Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, everybody. He done fucked everybody. Charleston White said, that's why they didn't fuck with him, TJ. It doesn't make any difference. What do you mean they've been telling us about him? Well, lock his ass up. There's no excuses for that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Lock his ass up back then. Why you let him get away with it? Because like Charleston White said, he done fucked everybody. What's up, M? He said the freak off is real, fellas. Enjoy it while you're out there and don't get sucked in. It's a game. Yeah. Are you going to get sucked in? I was going to name the title of that. She literally sucked him dry for that money. Yeah, 700,000 is a lot of money anywhere, but they trying to discount it. Oh, it's only 14,000. And one guy said it's only 12,500. Now, that's a lot for me. I don't know about anybody else. And it's not, it's 700,000 pesos. It's a lot of damn money over here. When people are getting 200 pesos a day, most of the people you see, that's what they're earning. And you're talking about it's not a lot of money. Y'all crazy. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. I live here. Okay, I've been acclimated. I respect the peso economy. I know it's different. Y'all crazy about that. When the average person over here is earning about 200 pesos a day or less. When you go to see these little carinderias and these tricycle drivers and pedicab drivers and people working at these little stores in the bus terminal and all that, man, they're not earning any money, man. You're talking about real jobs over here, government jobs, teachers, like that. When they work for these agencies, now you're earning, 10,000 a month and something like that. You're earning the minimum wage. The minimum wage doesn't count for the majority of people. 2/3 of the population over here, man. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all crazy. It's not a lot of money. What's up, Golden Gate? Thanks for that super chat. He said, I'm glad that guy decided to share his story. It makes me wonder what the real meaning of loneliness is, as he is very functional in his career. That's what I'm saying. It can affect anybody. It just affects us more as we get older, according to the experts. It says social isolation and loneliness can be a key factor in making older people more vulnerable to crime, abuse, or exploitation. It increased the risk of falling victim to scams. They're easily, you're going to open the door and start trusting strangers because you're lonely. So now you increase the risk of becoming a victim. You feel, some type of camaraderie or some type of unity with these people that you don't even know. So when they say, oh, can you send me 10,000 pesos? I need to go to the doctor. Your calculator is going to go off. Oh, it's only $180 here. That's all I'm saying. That's a lot of money. Remember, if a woman has a job, or a man, or anybody over here has a job, they're earning 10,000 a month. That means they're going into work Monday through Saturday, 10 to 12 hours a day, working like a Hebrew slave. And then you just hand it to them? Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. It is a total life changer. Yeah, this is another thing. Who do we believe now? You know, I'm just saying the real victims should have had his ass locked up. Are they probably saying NDAs, you know, and got paid something and now they want to come back again? I'm not discrediting the people. I'm saying, look, if you rape me, if I'm in there, I'm getting drunk, I don't give a damn who it is. And you know, you drug me and you rape me while I'm asleep, man, you going to jail. That's if you're lucky. But to wait 30 years and come forward because somebody says, oh, he's a bad guy all of a sudden. You know, everybody was at them freak offs. Now everybody says, oh, well, we didn't go to the party after the party. Bullshit. Everybody got a damn story now. You know, a guy was saying, you know, if you're a black American, you're a victim of sexual abuse. We're not full African. Okay? So can I come forward and say, hey, the guy raped my great grandmother? Okay, I'm my great grandfather? You know, at some point, this foolishness got to stop, man. How far can we go back and say somebody raped me or whatever it was, sexually abused me, grabbed my butt or whatever it is? See, when we agree to it, we open up the door to be victims of that shit ourselves. You don't have the money to fight and pay people off and all that stuff, man. You're crazy. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. How far do we go back? Thomas Jefferson stuck his dick in my great-great-grandmother's ass. Lock his ass up. Get him out of the damn history books. If you really want to be, you know, how far do we go back? Talk to me, man. See, y'all don't want to really talk about this stuff. It's serious. You know, if you can go back 30 years, you can go back 200 years. No different. He said, the U.S. got these dudes desperate and dumb. Well, they said we're disillusioned with dating over that. A lot of us are, the regular guys, the ones who are not Diddy, who are not Jay-Z and R. Kelly and LeBron James and all that. Okay? Who don't have the 10 looks. We're not 6 foot, 6 figures with a 6-pack. We got to fight for every damn nut we get. He says, I've been through enough bullshit. I have no problem being alone. Now, you don't have a problem being single, Al. You're not alone because you're on this live stream. We're not talking about being single. We're talking about chronic loneliness and isolation. We're social creatures, man. We're born with, that says, the innate capacity to form social connections and emotional connections. It's part of our development. You need people. But then when you have this profound aloneness, you don't even have friends. I forgot to put it in here, man. It's one of the main points I wanted to make because I see it with my own eyes over here. Men are having less and less friendships and social networks. We're withdrawing, man, from society. I see it over here, man. This is why these live streams and support groups are so important to me. Women have them. They don't have a problem. That's a big advantage they have over us. We're like, oh, I've been through enough. I can be by myself. I'm better off by myself. Bullshit, man. Your health is going to suffer trying to be by yourself. He said, hey, Cal, I did get your response, and I'll be reaching out to you real soon. Okay, Ron. Yeah, loneliness is a disease. It's connected to poor health, anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, all kinds of stuff. That's why men are so angry and violent. It has a lot to do with loneliness. I didn't say it. The experts say it. It says it can make men angry and violent. We're emotionally incompetent. This is what the women are saying. That's why they're divorcing us, because we're alone. You know, we don't really have anything to offer the relationship. We think all the woman wants is money and dick. No, she may want some emotional support sometimes. We don't offer that. So they end up with another woman. Hey, baby, get in here because it's hot out there. Get over there. Tell them to turn the aircon over there. Yeah, he said, Jacob John Jay, I believe that. You might not even know you have it if you're grinding extra hard. But chronic loneliness, that just talk to me if you can relate to this. There's a loss of confidence and motivation. It influences the way we interact with each other. People may avoid social situations and withdraw from each other. This is what Al's talking about. Oh, I had enough bullshit. I'll be by myself. You're going to suffer, dude. He said, horse steroids. Yeah. Are you sure? But see, Diddy's not the only one having those parties. It's been going on. Man ain't the only one having them parties. They wasn't making all of this noise when Jeffrey Epstein was caught. Okay? Yeah, he's got a lot. Imagine why nobody's coming forward now. They're just being quiet. Everybody, man, if you look back in those 20 years that TJ's talking about, they've been trying to tell us about Diddy. He's been with everybody. Presidents, first ladies, everybody. Donald Trump. He's got probably videos on every damn body. He may if he does get out of jail, they got to put him in the witness protection program. You see, yeah, pretty soon they'll be looking forward, locking you up based on what they think you might do, Mitch. But see, people are we're dumbed down over there. I'm gonna tell you something. Here's what it is. I was thinking about this last night when we got home. I'm looking at TV, and I see that people are traveling all the way to London to watch these football games. They were interviewing a couple on YouTube. They came from all the way from somewhere in New York to watch the Jets versus who did the Jets play? Minnesota, was it? I think. We're distracted over there. Meanwhile, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. It's falling apart. You got Ukraine and Russia. You know, you got Israel just running ramshot over everybody in that area. It's all kind of stuff going on, but we're worried about the score of the football game or the hockey game or whatever it is. The things that really matter, inflation is off, it's out the roof. There's a presidential election and we got two of the worst candidates that's ever run in the history of America. That's saying a lot. Man, go and watch that 60-minute interview with Kamala Harris. Man, come on, guys. It's bad over there. But you don't worry about it. You're worrying about how many catches somebody's got. Yeah, I'm serious. Well, I tried to sue him though. TJ, see, this is something I know about. There's no double standard. They have something and see, I remember I don't live hypothetically. I live in the real world. The real world said you can't hold those police accountable because of qualified immunity. We fought them for 2 years. Okay? I'm just saying, I don't live hypothetically. I'm telling you what really happened. See, this is what I'm saying. I sued. We sued the city and we lost. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson. They had baby oil back then. You don't think that some of them slave masters back in them days were homosexuals, and then they'll rape you in front of your kids? Hell, they'll go tell the husband, hey, Sambo, go get your mama. Hell, and he'll hold one leg open and the son hold the other leg open while the master's screwing his wife. They did that kind of stuff, man. So how far are we going back? It's because of qualified immunity. That's the reason why nobody went to jail. There's something called the Patriot Act, which we don't know. We don't read it. It's so many doctrines and everything, legislation out there affecting our lives in America we know nothing about because we're too busy worrying about Bronny James, whether he's getting favorable treatment for making the Lakers. Who gives a shit? That wouldn't be the first time somebody got favorable treatment. I'm not worried about that. It's the real stuff that's going on. Okay, the Patriot Act, man, basically took your Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights from you, but we don't care. That's right. Yeah, there's no limit thinking that way, but we let them get away with it. We don't even contest it. What kind of crazy shit is that? How far are you gonna go back? Like I said, it's guys who are going to jail, prison for the rest of their life on some woman's dreams. And we letting it happen, laughing about it until we standing in front of the damn judge. Yeah, she said you touched her. You know good and damn well, unless it's something really, really important. You can't remember what you were doing 30 years ago. You can't remember. Well, what was you doing on August the 3rd, 1994? Like I really know. Well, see, we can't convict people on what you think, T. Williams. If this man was doing all that, he should have been locked up. That's on us. It's not on him. Why would we let him go that far, that long with doing all that stuff? What is it about him, T. Williams, that allows him to go all those years fucking over people like they're saying he's doing? By the way, everything they're saying he's doing is not a crime, being a freak. They haven't told you the crimes that he's facing. They talking about human trafficking. Man, that's a broad, man, y'all better be careful with that human trafficking. That's a broad term. I was listening to some guys on the internet talking about that's what rich men do. They'll fly a woman in from Vegas, to party and have, a good time with them in California. But now they're trying to charge Diddy with a crime for doing that. Bullshit, man. He says, I'm alone and expect that to remain the same. Well, you're single, though. You're not alone. You haven't withdrawn completely away from society. But here's what's going to happen to you, Mitch. If all you do is go to work and then come back and don't do anything else, your cerebral cortex is going to start to shrink. Your cognitive ability is going to suffer. Your decision making is going to suffer. According to the experts, you take less risk. You become more conservative. It affects your confidence and motivation. It affects your action. You just sit there doing nothing, wasting away. People need to start joining some type of groups over there. Is it that bad over there? If it is, then we're going to talk about what to do about it. Hell, at least talk to your co-workers. They said, yeah, very good job. He says, it's nice to not have a ball and chain with me 24/7. I get to do what I want when I want. Yeah, you're talking about being single, though. We're talking about being lonely. You're not lonely. You came to that meet and greet. We don't suffer from chronic loneliness over here. Supposedly it's over there. according to this wavelength, they said 1 in 20 adults always or sometimes feel lonely. Well, it affects your mental illness. He said, I think racketeering has no time limitations. That's what they use. That's why they use that charge. Well, you know, I'm going to tell you, you know how many innocent people are sitting, rotting away in prison because these prosecutors are so good at what they do. They're so good at what they do. They can take some bogus charges and convict you in a state court a federal court, because we think they're always right. But why would they bring these charges if it wasn't true? We throw out due process. Diddy has due process, no matter what y'all think. That's why you don't have to get on the stand. They have to prove you're guilty, that you're guilty. You don't have to prove that you're innocent. That's why you don't have to. Why would you get on the stand if you're innocent? This is what people don't understand. They're like, well, why didn't he take the stand? He doesn't have to. Why would he take the stand if he's innocent? They're saying I'm guilty. So let them prove it that I'm guilty. He said these females are cold like steel out here. Well, if our decision making is affected, we can't see through it then. And I agree with Al. We can't blame the women. You know, the woman just asked the man for the money. She didn't twist his arm. You know, but when you're lonely like that, he's coming off 3.5 years of just chronic loneliness, basically. And he gets off the plane and does the freak off. She's doing everything that he only fantasized for 3.5 years. Better than his wife, as a matter of fact. Okay? And it's really no emotional, they don't want any emotional, competence. They just want some money. Yeah, alone versus single. You know, see, people get that mixed up. Better be by myself. You're not by yourself. You might be single. Profound loneliness. That's what they're saying. It's crazy because you understand, this is what the experts say. We need each other to fulfill our needs. We cannot live alone or in isolation. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. You know, now they're saying that Cat Williams, he's a part of all that Hollywood stuff. It's not like he's not some prophet he can see in the future. He probably was hearing stuff. They're giving him credit like he's some type of saint now. All them guys involved in that kind of stuff. Okay, if you're going to get so far in the industry, you're going to have to do all that stuff. That's how you get to that next level up there. There was a filmmaker that was on, and a documentary maker who follows the hip hop scene. He said once he reached a certain level and he didn't want to get involved with drugs and homosexuality, his career suffered. I mean, you have to just be extraordinarily talented, okay, or extraordinarily strong, or just walk away, because that's why they get them now when they're young. You know, you're talking about Justin Bieber, you're talking about Aaliyah, you're talking about Usher, and all the rest of them. They don't have the ability to fight back. They want to be famous so bad that they'll do anything to be famous. And then when it comes back, it comes out, now they're victims. When your parents send you to them men, they should be prosecuted. That's all I'm saying. He said, my nice bank account helps a lot with my loneliness. Bullshit. Bullshit, man. It says Research has linked loneliness with poor health. There's a reason I say time, health, and money, Ajima. Your health is more important than money. You can't spend that money. Yeah, it might get you better health care or something like that. You're in the damn hospital, a better nursing home. Who wants that? I'm not going to be lonely. I come from a big family. It was 9 of us. I'm just like that, man. I'm not going to be lonely, though. He said, what did Maryland say about 10,000 cap? Said that, because I asked, I said, is 10,000 pesos a lot of money for the, the average Filipino? But she said, yeah. She said, they don't have 10,000 in their hand at one time. Okay? Y'all don't realize the circumstances over here for a lot of people. They may earn 10,000, but they're not able to save it. They're not able to put it in their hand at one time. Now they can, because we're doing it for them. I'm talking about the masses. The Filipinos over here who have a whole lot more money than we do. They're on the Forbes richest 400 in the whole world. There's a 1% over here that we can't touch. But I'm talking about the women we deal with. Okay, they very seldom will they have 10,000 in their hand. So he comes over here and gives the woman 700,000, and y'all gonna say you're gonna push back and say, oh, it's only 14,000. It's only 12,500. No, 700,000 pesos. Okay, how long would it take? How many months of toil and misery if she's earning 10,000 per month? Would it take for her to even earn 700,000, let alone have it in her hand? He said, I think the pandemic also contributed a lot to the society. It did around the world. But it's crickets whenever I bring it up. Nobody ever says anything in the comments about what was taken from us, what was stolen from us in those 2 years. I was over here in the Philippines. I was basically locked up for 2 years. You're talking about, in some cases, solitary confinement. Self-imposed solitary confinement, when you're talking about being alone. Yeah, he said they refused to release the Epstein list because your favorite politicians are on it. I mean, you don't need rocket science to figure that out, man. But I'm saying they never even speculated about the freakouts he was having, really. They stayed around the edges. They're already saying Diddy's guilty, and the feds are releasing, information and stuff to the press about what they found in these houses and stuff like that. They're getting the thrill from Diddy that they missed with Epstein, because Epstein killed himself. So they didn't get the show with Epstein, but they're going to get it with Diddy. Well, Kamala Harris, when they was talking about, all the money we're giving Israel, and then the 60 Minutes said, with all the money, can't you tell not Netanyahu what to do? And she said, oh, we did. Yeah, she said, but he's not listening to y'all. What are you going to do? And then she keeps going back to that same bullshit that you hear every politician say, whether they're Republican or Democratic. Well, Israel has the right to defend itself, and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. And they're a sovereign country, and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. They're putting their feet to the fire now, man. We're giving these countries all these billions and billions of dollars, man, to fight these wars, and people are sleeping on the street in America. They said just this past year, since October 7th, they're giving Israel 23 billion. That's like 3,000 for every Israeli. Okay, and then y'all want to complain because they give you a damn $1,400 COVID check. I'm just saying, she looked lost, man. You could see it in her eyes. She's just going to go along with the status quo they put her in there. But I'm not picking on her. Trump is worse. They're the worst candidates I've seen in my 61 years. Okay? He said they had Lord, no baby oil. Yeah. They were fucking your great-grandmother against her will. Do we go back and erase history and charge them posthumously with rape? Or like Mitch said, now they're going to go in the future, based on what you might do in the future, they'll lock your ass up. Man, it's a lot of money. He said, my dad always told me he would be lonely or alone, but not both. Well, they're saying, the women are saying that our loneliness is affecting our marriages. So that's why they're filing for divorce. We're emotionally incompetent. And I can see that. I can see it in the conversations we have. All we think a woman wants is our money and, good sex. She wants some type of emotional support, but we don't have that there. We won't cry. We won't open up and let her know our true feelings. And so they vamp. They go somewhere else. And a lot of them end up with other women, believe it or not. Well, Tamsy Travels, thanks for that super chat, brother. He said, Cal, ever since I've been rolling with you, my loneliness is gone. I eat better, I work out, I take care of myself. Women do notice me now a little more in the U.S. But at least you can admit you was lonely, man. We don't want to admit it. That's what these live streams is all about. So you don't have to be alone. So your cerebral cortex doesn't continue to shrink. Your decision making is intact. People aren't taking advantage of you. They're not exploiting you. We're getting exploited over here on both sides. It's mutual exploitation. But we're certainly getting exploited because we're lonely. We're suffering from loneliness, man. So we come over here. He said he couldn't remember a time when a woman who lived 8,000 miles away would call and check on him to see if he had eaten dinner yet. You know the things that Filipinos do. It blew him away. So now all she's doing is reeling him in. Did you eat today? Are you taking care of yourself? Take your medicine. Telling us stuff that we should know already. Because that's what guys say. Oh, she takes good care of me. She makes sure I take my medicine. Fool, you're supposed to know when to take your medicine. That's your responsibility, not hers. But we're being exploited over here. We're being exploited. I don't care what anybody says. And we're exploiting women. But there's no victims. There's no victims because you know what you're walking into. He knew. He followed my channel for this long. He knows what's over here. So he can't say he didn't know. He just said, I didn't realize how intense it was. Well, I've been telling you how intense it was over here. That they're going to pull out all the stops. Okay? Yeah. The script, man, is real. I told y'all about the script. Ain't nobody else on YouTube over here or anywhere else tell you about the script. I did. It's real. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Every woman I've ever dealt with over here, there's no coincidence. How could it all play out the same damn way? Because it's a script. And they all know it. We need to get a script of our own, but we don't. We think, I can handle this over here. I can handle it. I don't need to listen to Sunshine Shoulders, all them other guys. I'm a manly man. I'm not a simp. And then you come over here and get simped. She meets you at that damn airport, goes to the hotel to have a freak off, sends your ass back to the States, and then you start sending back money to the Philippines. That's the script, basically, in a nutshell. You know, he said they know the tricks to exploit you out of your money. Absolutely. At least what they think. Because most of us, we come over here. Okay, Booby's in here, so I can't say what I really want to say. But we haven't had the P since the P had us. They know that. That's the word going around. Put it on him. Okay, Marilyn said, this is what Marilyn told me. She said, our goal is to make the man fall in love. Once he falls in love, we know we got him. And when she's telling me this stuff, I'm like, wow, you know, that's what they do. Because we come over here looking for love, so they say, okay, let's give him what he thinks love is. Because I've told you 10,000 times, you don't know if a woman loves you over here or not, because she's going to do the same thing for you that you think a woman who loves you will do to get what she wants. We're a means to an end. And you got men over here who have fallen for the game. She's pretending. All you have to do is to pretend to believe her. Don't fall for, don't start really believing. If you start believing, you lose. Because she's going to still be pretending. He said, Cal, America and Israel are on the same agenda. The U.S. financed Israel and Egypt to maintain the status quo so no Islamic regime take over the oil and disrupt world order and economy. I believe the oil part. You know, but we should be pushing back on a lot of things that we don't push back on. That's affecting us. I was listening to a guy, Tanahashi Coates. He went over there. He wrote a book. It's called The Message. And he's telling 3 stories. He went to Senegal. He went to South Carolina. He went to Israel. Well, of course, the only thing he's getting pushed back on is Israel. And they saying, well, you're black, man. Why are you worried about what's going on in Israel? He said, because America's funding that. I'm an American. So if America's involved, I'm involved. He said, all those bombs that are getting dropped on Gaza from those planes, it all comes from America. You know, but we don't care. We're just worrying about whether Bronny James is getting preferential treatment to get into the NBA. We're dumbed down, guys. The world is ending around us. And we don't care. That's how it's going to end. With us watching the damn Super Bowl. It's just getting serious, man. Because now they just start talking about broadening it. You know, and then the bullshit about Ukraine. At no time was Ukraine ever winning their war against Russia, guys. But we buy that we buy into it so that they can keep funding that stuff over there. They was never winning that war. Man, that man, he's threatening nuclear weapon. Okay? But we're worrying about Bronny James. Oh, he was 55th pick. I don't want to hear that stuff, man. He said, you figured these women out, Blizzard. When you're a novice, you're amazed by the treatment they give you. That's why we're on here, sharing our experiences to let you know what to look for. Have you eaten yet? And you're like, well, why don't you worry about me already? You know, and then they say, oh, I love you. One time, you know, I just had the clear blue sky, you're going to be chatting for a couple of weeks. Then all of a sudden, before you get off there, I love you. And then if you don't say nothing, you didn't say you love me back. He said he grew up in Canada. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, they'll put whoever they want up there, man. I mean, she's the worst candidate they could ever put on the Democratic side. You're going to tell me we don't have anybody better than her? And look at Trump. They think he's the savior, that to the point where nobody even ran against Trump. Here's a guy who was, he lost the last election. It's so much new happening right now. They've never had a black woman, okay, at the top, okay? They've never had a former president coming back to run again. It's so many firsts. This is an unusual election, man, but we're not paying attention to it. That woman does not know what she's doing, but it doesn't matter because, presidents don't run the country anyway. But it's a scary time, man, in America. And America's the police of the world. So it's a scary time around the world when you look at the news and now you can see that they're lying to you. You see all that stuff is propaganda. You can see right through it. It's like, man, we're in big trouble. So you better enjoy your fourth quarter, man. They get ready to blow it all up, man. Hey, Laura, yeah. But they can't seem to find any money, Laura, for kindergarten and preschool and all the other things that may help. But they'll find money for Israel and Ukraine and anybody else they're trying to prop up. What happened to peace? That's what I want. I'm for peace. People say, oh, you stay in your lane. It is my lane because it's going to affect me. It's going to affect my family. It's easy when you see what's going on in places like the Gaza Strip, Ukraine, and all those places. You can see that it happened over here in the Philippines. The Philippines was occupied. And if we don't learn from history, it's going to repeat itself. That's why America's inching back over here. Don't be worried about China. You better be worried about America's military building up over here. We're the damn bullies. We're the troublemakers. Guys always, aren't you worried about China? No, I'm not. I'm worried about America. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You say Ukraine has no air force. That could have been over a long time ago if they wanted. Yeah, we don't really know. We just know that Ukraine, and whether or not, see, they're talking about, see how they're allowing Israel to occupy Palestine. But now they're going to say, oh, it's illegal for what Russia's trying to do to Ukraine. The same damn thing, man. United States is two-faced, but people don't care. They say, oh, why are you worried about it? You should be worried about the Cleveland Browns and all that. No, it's not fear-mongering. It's not fear-mongering. If you really knew how close we were, to some people, it already has started. Imagine being a Palestinian over there. It's already World War III. Are you in Ukraine? Or down in the Congo somewhere? The war, it's already World War III. Well, it's not about letting anybody win. See, when you get on both sides, we're saying that Hezbollah is an ideal, really, And we can talk about this all day long. When you're deep into your beliefs, you're always going to be objective. The fact of the matter is, what's going on? United States, Al Rogan, let me remind you, goes around the world talking about democracy. How the fuck you gonna be a democracy when you're promoting apartheid over in Israel, man? Get off here with that stuff. And then they'll tell you that Israel is the only democracy over in the Middle East. That's not a democracy over there, guys. He said, I tricked off thousands of pesos falling for that in the past. We just trying to help each other. We know what happened. Chronic loneliness affects your decision making. It affects you. It affects your mental and physical health. It affects your confidence. So now, okay, now imagine this. Okay, look at this. It says a loss of confidence. So now you're 63. He was 44, and the woman's a very attractive woman. We can't believe it. We think we've hit the lottery. And then we go from 0 to 100. We know, because of our conditioning, that we're supposed to take care of the woman. If she's a good woman like that and she's nice looking, I better, send her money because she needs it over there. Not realizing that she's hit the lottery. You're the prize, not her. You are. What she's offering, there's literally 10,000 other women over here that's offering the same thing. That's not the case with you. But they fooled us. They think, oh, there's so many foreigners over there. They're going to ruin the Philippines, man. It's not. The foreigners over here is a drop in the bucket. The Western foreigners over here, it's a drop in the bucket. Because we discount all the other foreigners. The South Koreans don't matter. The Chinese don't matter if you talk to us. Not realizing they're over here dealing with the same stuff we're dealing with. But we discount them. We don't look at their experiences. It's all about us. So if you take, 1 million Americans come over here yearly at the peak in a nation of 110 million people, that's not even a drop in the bucket. That's like a drop in the ocean. And then you figure half of them are married. Just another 10% are gay. Another 10 or 15% are working. They're not even looking at a woman over here. They may have a girlfriend at home. So now you're left with about 150,000 men over here versus 55 million women. You figure half of them are married, blah, blah, blah. You're talking about maybe 15 million. And you think for one moment she's the prize. No, you're the prize. And everything you're bringing to the table. That's right. She wasn't. Because we neglected her. We rejected her. Everybody could see right through her. But now they're panicking. I don't think she can beat Trump. It's going to take every woman to vote for her, every minority to vote for her. It's going to have to be a bigger turnout than what put Barack Obama in office. That's just my humble opinion. For her to win, I mean, it's just obvious. When I so wanted her to be better than what she is, but she's not, man. And that laugh and stuff, it just does it for me. I'm like, lady, I want to vote for you, but I can't do it. So I'm gonna go write in my name. I did it before. Okay. Yeah. You're right. See, the reason why Bernie Sanders, now you would think, oh, well, why doesn't Bernie Sanders get more support? Because he speaks out against our support of Israel. You guys, man, I'm waiting on the book now, the Israeli lobby, and see how powerful these people are, man. They've got the United States, man. The United States is a puppet for Israel, guys. I'm telling you. If you're a politician, did you notice that no matter who it is, the president is, there's a few things that it's the same, whether Republican or Democrat. The support for Israel, the military, and the tax breaks for the rich. Everything else, man, is foolishness. Yeah, they've been lying for a long time, man. Okay? They've been lying for a long time. Well, I don't know about a civil war. You got to understand, I was having this discussion the other day. There's something called fear. And, we respect authority in America, believe it or not. Yeah, we'll do certain things, but there's not enough people that would revolt over in America for it to be considered a civil war. And I don't want to get confused with the government officials and the people in America, because the people in America are something totally different than the government officials and the government policy. You know, America has great people. I grew up there my whole life. I'm telling you that I had lost all faith in humanity. And I started working in the insurance business, man. And every day I met one of the greatest human beings that ever lived. That great generation. So it's not the people. I don't think we feel that deeply. We don't have that much hate for each other. Maybe for the politics of the other side, but not enough for a civil war. I don't think that. Yeah, they're just telling you a lie. But it's being, if people really thought about it, the United States is being hypocritical. They're saying they don't want Russia, okay, to occupy Ukraine, but it's okay for Israel to occupy and have an apartheid and all that over there. We're propping that up. But if Russia does it, we don't want to do that. The United States goes around the world saying that they're, you know, they're for democracy, but they're not. The United States doesn't even have a democracy over here. Even when they were treating black people the way that they were treating us with Jim Crow and all that, they were going around the world talking about democracy. It's the same thing over in Israel. I don't have anything against Israel. I'm just telling you facts. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you facts, guys. When you start knowing what's going on, you start reading, you start discerning stuff for yourself. And then you turn on the news and you hear these State Department officials, man, you know it's pure bullshit. You know that they're lying. Imagine if the guy, the press secretary, the one that goes out and talks to the reporters and stuff on behalf of the White House. Now imagine yesterday he stood up and said he didn't know how much money we were giving Israel. So one of the reporters said, well, somebody knows. You should have that information. He's lying. Like, come on, man. That kind of stuff bothers me. There's so much at stake, but we don't care. You turn on here, we're talking about Diddy. And then that other case that's not so big. What's his name? They're trying to get him to YL something. You know the guy. They're trying to get him for racketeering and all of that too. The rapper. What's his name? Somebody help me. And then we just got over the young rapper that got killed in Memphis. His trial, that trial just ended. Yeah, they're arriving more. They've been here though. They really never left. No, they ain't started the war. See, Al, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. All that started long before there even was a Hamas or a Hezbollah, or the Houthis and all that, man. History matters, dude. History matters. It's all this religious stuff. You got to realize, go back when America was talking about this stuff, man. We were staunchly religious fanatics over here, literally reading the Bible, trying to take shit out of that Bible and make it real today. That's how all that stuff got started over there. They didn't start that war, man. People was already on that land over there. I'm not for either side, but don't come on here with that foolishness. There was no Hamas back then in 1920 and all of that. When the Ottoman Empire was running all that over there. And then Britain and France came in and cut all that stuff up. Man, read your history. And these were religious fanatics. Okay? You're talking about in a time when, who's the guy who dropped the atomic bomb? Who's the president then? Truman. He bragged about reading the Bible every day in office. And they're taking that stuff out of there, trying to make it reality in the real world. That's where all that stuff started. You know, religious fanatics. God promised them that land over there. Well, I thought it was Argentina. I thought it was down in the Congo. It was 3 places they were contemplating. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, God promised us this land so many thousand years ago. Foolishness. I talk about this stuff because it bothers me, it worries me. I got little kids. You know, I'm tired of the land. Yeah, it's already happening. That's what I said. Yeah, it's the biggest joke ever, man. Talking about him democracy. You call that democracy over there, but here's how you know it's bad. When you got intelligent people, scholars who go over there and observe what's happening over there and come back, and then the United States and all the other people try to discredit them. It's the same thing. If I talk about race, there's racism deniers that come at me like, dude, I don't care what you say. You can deny it all you want. I'm talking about my experience. It's the same thing, man. You got people who know what's going on around the world. It's their career, it's their life. That's what they do. But they'll try to discredit them. Yeah, United States, man. It's just so crazy, man. Okay. So don't nobody else have a, what are you talking about? This is the same thing people saying. This is just the talking points that people have put in there. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so yeah, no, I agree with you here. So doesn't Iran and Lebanon have the same right? Absolutely. And I apologize, I didn't read it, the whole thing, because this is that talking point that gets me the most. They're saying it over and over and over and over, guys. It was put in there for a reason. If you're a politician in America, you've got to mimic that stuff. You've got to parrot all of that stuff, or they're not going to put you in office. That's a shame. Man, they were talking about democracy when they had black people in chains over there, when Jim Crow was enacted. But you got people who would come at me and act like Jim Crow never existed. Oh, it was a long time ago. No, it wasn't. It was sooner than the Holocaust. It happened more present. It's more present than the Holocaust. Tell Jewish people how long ago that was. But you start talking about Jim Crow, you know, people get offended like, dude, I'm talking about the government. I'm not talking about you. If you try to deny that racism doesn't exist in America, you're crazy. I won't even talk to you. Okay, Laura, take care. Right. Everything's coming from here. He said, I feel like I'm in here. I'm in Mexico here now. Yeah, 900,000 from America. That's not a lot because there's still 110 million people over here. And of those 900,000, they're not over here looking to date. How many? They don't break it down and say how many women, how many married people, how many gays, how many people are just working over here or real expats. They're not looking to date or marry anybody. Digital nomads and all that. That number starts shrinking, IT consultant. It gets so low, and then you think, okay, well now, okay, let's say it's 150,000 sex star men running over here, want a woman or a wife. That's nothing. He said, there's no way she's going to beat Trump. Yeah, she's worse than Biden. I hate to say it. It's bad over there, man. I'm really disappointed. That's what's keeping me out of that. See, I'm outspoken. If I'm over there, they would probably kill me over there because I wouldn't keep quiet like y'all keeping quiet over there. I'd be on the news over there. okay? Because it matters to me. That's what my tax dollars is for. That's why I got the right to vote. Don't mean I got to be quiet. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah, he said ever since Bush's brother lost the whole state of Florida votes, I haven't voted since. Yeah. But I'm just saying, that's the only reason I stay away from America. It gets me so frustrated because I can see, man, I'm not sleep anymore. I'm not sleepwalking over there. I'm challenging my school board. I'm challenging my city council. What y'all doing with this money, man? You know, I'm challenging my mayor and all that. They'll lock me up for self-reliance. Some reason to lock me up. Yeah, but see, you got to realize the biggest supporters of Israel are the United States, Canada, and Australia. You know why? Because they're a different type of occupation. They're a different type of, what's that, imperialist. Okay, when you look at the other places, okay, and how they occupy, because they kind of were like immigrants into the land that they're on now. Same thing as what Israel's doing. Those are the three biggest supporters of Israel, because they came into their land the same way Israel is coming into its land. They sailed over from a distant land and took it over from the locals, from the natives. That's why they support that so much, because it's the exact same thing they did. But y'all don't know about that because you don't read. You don't care. You're well, this Ronnie Lee James, is he getting special treatment? Gives a damn. Like he'd be the first one. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we don't hate each other that much to start a civil war. That January 6th, that was against the government. That was an uprising against the government. That wasn't an uprising against anybody else. That's right. This is what I'm saying. It's not, but racism exists over there. It's part of our system. Robert Platinum. So it does matter. Okay? It does matter. He said, if I showed up there tomorrow, what would be your first word of advice? Well, see, I say relax. Stay in your damn hotel room, get you some rest, Robert. The Philippines isn't going anywhere. That jet lag is going to catch up to you. That's what I would tell you. And that's what I would suggest to anybody that comes over here. I don't care what you do. Oh, I slept on the plane. I left my flight left at night. And all that stuff, it don't matter. When you pass that international date line and it goes from night to day, your system starts fighting, dude. You're under attack. Look it up. There's nothing you can do. You need to just rest and relax. Otherwise, it's going to ruin your whole trip here. I've experienced it, man. I went to Gaitai, man, one of the most beautiful areas in Luzon. And I don't remember nothing, man. All I remember is seeing that tall volcano out there on our way back in Batangas. And it's out there in the tall lake. You see the volcano, look like somebody just took it and dropped it down in the ocean. It's one of those sites that you never forget. It's like once in a lifetime. That's why if you're up that way, because a guy was telling me today, he's like, Cal, I'm disappointed. In the Philippines, he said. But remember, he just got here. He's been to Makati, and he's in Angeles City right now. But he says he's disappointed. He said, what do you suggest? He said, because he came here back in the 80s. I'm like, dude, you're just scratching the surface. I said, have you even went to any of the tourist places yet? If I came to the Philippines and all I saw was Makati and Angeles City, I'd be disappointed too. But there's so much to see over here. Why not go to Tagaytay? Why not go to Boracay, Palawan, Puerto Galera? So much to see. Well, the Philippines is a democracy, believe it or not. The person who gets the most votes over here wins the election. Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, civil war. Yeah, I don't believe in a civil war. He said, showed up where tomorrow? Yeah, the press secretary, man, he's lying. Imagine being the press secretary of the United States government, representing the White House, and somebody says, "So how much money have you sent uh, Israel since October 7th?" And you know, he said he don't know. Man, this guy, man, it ripped him up one side and down the other, embarrassed him. He said she's cute, but I'd hate to have her job. What are you talking about? Um, Kamala Harris? Yes, all they do is lie. Well, see, let me get back to the subject, guys. Okay, because Robert brings up a great point. You know, what's some of the things that that push us into loneliness? Okay, it says right here. It says, uh, according to Wavelength, that's the organization that fights loneliness. Bereavement. Okay, you know what bereavement is? You know, maybe their spouse dies, a child dies, a brother or somebody like that. Divorce. And see, this is, excuse me, stuff that relates to us. It's a lot of stuff, but I just picked up uh, four things as it relates to us: bereavement, divorce, retirement, and decline in health. This is what sends us spiraling down that road to loneliness and chronic loneliness. Because now you don't even, you disconnect from your coworkers. Me and I having less and less friends today. I mean, do you really have? I mean, even associates, guys, we have less and less. Because like Al Rogan said, he says, "Oh, I'm tired of the bullshit. I'd rather be by myself." Well, dude, you're on a road to destruction. But this is how a lot of men think. I want to be alone. I don't want to be bothered with anybody. Guys, there's consequences to that. You're going against the laws of nature. You're born with the innate capability to form social connections. So what you're trying to do is go against the grain. Then you wonder why you're so angry. You're so violent. People can easily take advantage of you because you're not thinking right. It's been so long since a woman showed you any type of intimacy or attention that just the slightest thing drives you crazy. He said, I couldn't believe it. This is what the guy said. I can show you his email. I mean, his message. I won't do it. I read it to you. He said, she would check on me from 8,000 miles away to see if I'd eaten yet. It blew him away. Yeah, Young Thug. Thank you. His trial's going on, which has been going on for a long, long time. I'm like, I mean, months and months. I'm like, what are they trying to figure out with this guy? I mean, it's been going on a long, long time. You know, most trials only last a few weeks, really. But no matter how long the trials, he's locked up. And they've actually made stars of some of those damn witnesses, you know, like OJ. This one guy on there, what's his name? The old crazy witness they had, the little young thug guy. Now he's all over YouTube like Charleston White. Actually, they done paired up. They're a team now. Woody. It's sick, man, over there. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, people don't realize, he's talking about Hamas. There was no Hamas back then. A lot of it is like a prison break. Those people are in an open air prison over there. I don't care who's doing it. Wrong is wrong. Apartheid is wrong. What's going on over there is wrong. It doesn't matter what side of the argument you own, man. What's going on over there? But what makes me mad is the same thing as when I was growing up in America. What you're seeing, living and experiencing, they'll tell you that you're not seeing it, living it, and experiencing it. That I'm making it up. It's not. I went to Israel. I went to Hyper Israel in the 80s. Even then, as a little 19-year-old, 20-year-old, I could see what was going on over there. I mean, but see, we don't understand, they're talking about religion don't matter. Yeah, until it starts affecting government policy, then it does matter. When you start bringing stuff into, the government that you've gotten out of one of your books, and you start trying to make people live by that stuff, man, crazy. That's what they're doing. It's getting dangerous. It's a fallacy to think that there's a separation of church and state. It's not. A lot of those government officials, man, they're religious fanatics. You cannot win an election in America unless you're self-professed religious fanatic. Even Trump, they had Trump parading around like he knew the Bible. He carrying the Bible upside down. He don't know one prayer, but you got to pretend if you're going to ascend to that Oval Office. And that's what he did. But they want you to tell, well, no, he didn't just break up. They broke it up. they defeated the Ottoman Empire, Brian. It's not like they automatically just disbanded. Okay, if y'all don't think that what's going on is crazy over not only in Ukraine and Russia, but Israel and Palestine, okay, anything the Palestinians do is terror, right? Okay, it's gotten so that you can read the headlines. I just saw this. I was showing Maryland. Now, instead of them saying that Israel has killed thousands of Palestinians since October 7th, you know what they'll say? Thousands of Palestinians have died in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank since October 7th. Okay? This is the type of stuff that pisses me off. Like they just died. Nobody killed them. Okay? They'll say something like a 12-year-old dies after being shot in the stomach. This is a true story. But they don't say it was an Israeli soldier that shot him in the stomach. It's like they don't care. You got to dehumanize people first. Same way they did black people. You got to make it seem like we're nothing to justify your actions against us. I grew up with that stuff, man. But then when you talk about, oh, you're making stuff up, oh, you're a victim. No, it's real life, dude. This is what pisses me off. I could not be in America, man. They would have me locked up. They'd have me, they'd come up with something to get rid of me. I wouldn't be quiet over there. Yeah, you're damn right. And that's the reason why that forms a lot of our policy over there. Foreign and domestic. Okay? Right, right. See, we don't want, whenever America is involved, we get what do they call it? When your memory, selected memory loss. We don't realize that the CIA did a regime change in Iran, which their leader was democratically elected by the people. America went in there and toppled him and put the Shah of Iran in there. Come on, man, I'm 61. I remember that. And then they end up running the damn Shah of Iran out of Iran and replaced him with Ayatollah Khomeini. Y'all act like y'all, that history don't matter, like y'all don't know this stuff. Like we just woke up and then things are the way they are today. Y'all crazy, man. All this stuff matters. Yeah, what the Bible says. What's a hypocrite? God told us, and God promised us this land so many thousand years ago. Well, why are you just now trying to claim it now? Why were you claiming it then? Why all of a sudden now you want to claim it? If that's a fact. People was over there farming and doing everything when you got there. The Zionists, by the way. You know, even Henry Ford had a problem with Zionists, but they're so powerful that if you just talk about stuff like, oh, you're anti-Semitic, they'll say, huh? Because I'm stating the truth. I don't have anything against anybody. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing from with my own eyes. That's what gets me when you see something, they go, you don't see that. That's something else you're seeing. Oh, really? And when I tell people, I used to have to fight the Ku Klux Klan to go to school in the 7th grade, they look at me like I'm lying. I did. Look it up. Look at busing in 1975 in Louisville, Kentucky. The Klan is out there. The Thorn Rock breaking the windows of the bus, man, all in front, laying in the street. They did not want us going to school with their kids. But if I tell you that, you say, oh, you're making that stuff up, Cal. I didn't. I'm scared to death, man, but I didn't have no choice. I had to go to school. My mother, they would have locked up my mother for truancy. And then not only that, I had to ride 27 miles to school to face that shit. People, the KKK in their hoods and all that stuff. Imagine you that young going to school like that every single day, burning crosses in the middle of Bardstown Road. But y'all tell me that I'm making it up, and that's not supposed to affect me. I'm supposed to just go on with my life like it don't matter. That stuff affects you, man. Just like it's going to affect those people in Ukraine, those innocent men, women, and children who are dying over there, and in Russia, and in Palestine, and in Israel. It's going to affect those little kids like it affected me. Yeah, man. You know, the truth hurts, but it just pisses me off, man. We can't have real discussions. Everybody wants to stay in the fantasy land, in La La Land. They want to worry about Bronny James. Who gives a damn? Let that man receive preferential treatment. You know, it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, let's get 100 likes, guys. But yeah, bereavement, divorce, retirement, decline in health. You know, people start withdrawing from society. And the older you get, the more it affects you. Then now all of a sudden a beautiful young woman pops up on the screen who's showing you some type of attention. Or she cares. You don't know her from the man in the moon. You start trusting her. Oh, you know, my baby needs milk and diapers. He's in the hospital. He needs medicine. You got all this money you done saved up, like a Jima says. Oh, I got a big bank account. It keeps me it helps with my loneliness. You got all that money now. She says, all I need is 10,000 pesos. Oh, that's nothing. And next thing you know, you done given away 700,000 like that man did. And the woman wants more, he said. And then you get guys on here like T. Williams. Oh, it's not a lot of money, he said. 700,000, it is a lot of money, man. Give it to me. You think I wouldn't take it for not working? It's just a gift. I like the man's attitude because he didn't dwell on it. He said, well, when I look back on it, in his mind, because of all he's went through, all the loneliness, the despair, the desperation, not even touching a woman in 3.5 years, in his mind, Because remember, I think it messes with our decision making. Your cognitive, this starts shrinking. Okay, your cerebral cortex starts shrinking. In his mind, it was worth it. Man, there's no woman worth that amount, no 2 weeks. I'm sorry. But this is the type of justification because of the effects chronic loneliness have on us. A loss of confidence. So now you see why it's easy to flip the script and make the woman like, oh, she's the prize. Okay, that you got to go through all this to get her, but she's the prize. Make that make sense to me. The prize is what we are. We're basically, we show up on her doorstep. That's a prize. You don't have to work for prizes. Hell, we work. You pay for the dating site. Then you buy that expensive plane ticket. Then you take that 20-hour ride. You get off, you pay for the food, you pay for the accommodation, everything you pay for. From the time you're here to the time you leave. Meanwhile, she just goes along with business as usual. She's at home. She doesn't change anything. She doesn't spend anything. But because your loss of confidence and motivation, but they get us motivated. Remember, you look at that young woman on screen, the woman ain't showed you attention in years. You motivated now to go through all of that to get to her, to get to the freak off. And then she enacts that script. She plays the script to the T, meaning when you get back, you got to start sending more money back here. She's still a stranger after 2 weeks. But in our mind, because remember, our mind is messed up. We don't know true from the false now. We think she really is your girlfriend. And you start treating her like she really is your wife. And you don't see any problems with sending thousands and thousands of dollars back to a stranger. This is what chronic loneliness does to us. But a lot of you out there right now, Dylan, listen to this. Dylan came on here and said, yeah, man, I could relate to that video. That's me. He could admit that that's what was happening to him. He says, I'm 82,000 pesos in already. Now, how many men are going to step up and say that? How many of you guys are going to step up and say how much money you spent? Remember, men lie. We lie about everything. We can't tell the truth to save our soul. We'll tell you we're not spending money over here on women. Bullshit. You are. How many of you got the courage to stand up like him and say, man, she feels an empty void, an emptiness, he said, that I've been dealing with since my divorce. So I've sent 82,000 and I haven't even went over there yet. We don't have the courage to do that. So we'll stuff that all in and start lying. I ain't sent nothing. I'm not lonely. I'm okay. I can handle it. Bullshit. He says, I miss OG Fred. He showed us how to get the square with life. Yeah. But guess what? Y'all loved him, but then y'all ran him off here. Yeah. Fred is retired. He ain't got time for that foolishness, man. Y'all start talking about people the minute they get online. Everybody's not for that. Everybody can't handle that. You say one thing about them, they gone, man. They're like, I didn't sign up for this stuff. You know, and that's what we do. You get men on here like Fred who can really help you and share his experience and help you, man. But no. Oh, look at him. He's a sucker being married to that woman. He's henpecked and all that stuff we say. Somebody's trying to call me. Somebody was trying to call me. He's here in the Philippines. Yeah. He said, I refuse to chat. It's too expensive. Well, yeah, you're the exception, man. You seem to be the exception. Al, he says he don't chat. It is too expensive. You know why though, Al? Because we chat too long with them. You only need to get online, man. But remember, we're lonely. So you want to chat. You want some company. That's the only company that you can come up with. You don't want to go down to the local bar, to the senior center. God forbid that you have a family reunion or a high school reunion or something like that. Hang out with some friends. So we just hang out online with women from the comfort of our home. It's anonymous. Nobody knows we're doing it because I don't want anybody to know my business. And we end up sending our hard-earned money over here within a very short time. You don't need to be on here no more than a week. Okay, you're not going to learn any more about that woman in 1 week than you will be chatting with her 1 year. Because she's not going to tell you anything. You start asking her the real deep stuff, she's going to get quiet. So you might as well just wait till you get over here. You're about 1 week out because it's not going to matter to them. The sooner you get over here, the better. Okay, don't buy that. Oh, we want to get to know. You know, once they know you coming, they're going to be at that airport. Okay, because it's a script. It's an unspoken agreement. It's a script there. They know what they're supposed to do. Because the first thing they're going to say, you want me to meet you at the airport? They all say that. You want me to meet you at the airport? Yeah, because that's part of the script. Well, yeah, but you got to send me money to get for the for the ticket, the airplane ticket, and my expenses. Okay, you get there, she's there. Then you go to the hotel. When I look back on my first trip to the Philippines and to now, it's all played out the same. I just didn't know it. I wasn't paying attention. When I start paying attention, I'm like, well, damn, every woman I met, it's the same thing. They meet you at the airport, you go to the hotel to freak off, you start hanging around like you've been knowing each other forever, like your husband and wife. You go back and you start, you're my girlfriend and boyfriend, you're supposed to start sending money back. That's the script. It's happened with every woman I've ever dealt with. They all meet you at that airport. The only one that didn't meet me at the airport was Maryland because I was already here. He said, who you voting for? Honestly, I'm just going to put in my name or else whoever the Green Party is, I'm not going to waste my vote. But I'm going to have to vote here pretty soon because I'm doing the guy sent me the links. I'm going to do it today. I'm glad you reminded me. The absentee vote. But I'm not voting for either the one or them. But I'm not going to vote because I know the sacrifice that went into getting my right to vote. Okay? People used to get killed just to try to vote in my name. Or they'll do something like they have this is real stuff happening in America. Was supposed to be a democracy. You show up as a black man trying to vote and they'll say, well, how many bubbles is in a bar of soap? Or they'll give you some unsolvable mathematical equation that Einstein can't even solve. If you can solve it, you can vote, right? Y'all don't know that history, though, because history doesn't matter to y'all. That's why I vote. It doesn't matter that. They're over there. It was on the bed. But y'all don't know that part of history. Y'all think somebody's making that up. Black people used to be killed just to try to vote. So yeah, that's why I vote. Not because I want them to win, but I know what went into giving me my right to vote. I don't take this stuff for granted. How many bubbles is in a bar? So that's real talk, man. That's the kind of craziness that's going on in your country that you love so damn much. Y'all supposed to think we're supposed to sweep that under the rug, and forget all about it. Right. I don't, because history matters to me. Yeah, all kind of stuff, man. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. But are you the victim? Yeah, because we were victims. Go back and watch some of that stuff that people who are still alive today that were on the police forces back then used to do to little kids. Because most of the people on the front line in that civil rights movement were students, high school students and college students, getting beat like that, having water hoses. How you gonna forget that? He said, find me some Kim light batteries and I'll let you vote. He said, I used to take my daughter with me and let her vote for me on the way. I used to explain why it's important. You know, it's local government really is what you really should be concerned about. But I vote all across the board because I know the sacrifice that went in. I don't take it for granted, man. You guys act like that history don't matter, like you just woke up and things are the way they are now. It's not, man. A lot of people died. There's a lot of evil shit going on over there in America. Okay, to make things the way it is today. Okay, but when you bring it up, oh, you're a victim. Oh, that was a long time ago. It don't matter. It does matter, man. It still matters today. What are you talking about? It don't matter. Well, that's subjective. That's subjective, Al. That's fucking subjective. America's not perfect. You got to understand that America has evolved, Al. This is what y'all don't take in effect. You don't take history into account. You just think America's not always been like it is right now. If it's the greatest country in the world, was it always that way? And I talk to W Secrets to Success a lot of times about that. Yeah, if the wheel of life stops right now and lets you off in America, you're way ahead of a lot of other people, but that wasn't always the case. And it's all subjective. That's propaganda. That's indoctrination, Al. Is what you're listening to. Well, a better country for what? When it's all an illusion. Everything you're being lied to. You may not even have Social Security when it's time for you to collect it, or this next generation to collect it. Okay? It was an illegal invasion in Iraq. Okay, what's so good about that? Let's talk about that, Al. How they went in there and killed all them Iraqis illegally. Don't give me that stuff. Name a better country. That's subjective. That's foolishness. But y'all don't think history matters. I'm a citizen of the world. Okay, the world is my home. You people who want to draw these boundaries and all that, that's the reason the world's the way it is today. Okay? You got all these fake boundaries, all these nationalities. You're a human being. That's it. That's when the shit gets started. A better country. By force. Okay? That's how countries evolve. Out of force, not rights. Okay? America's 4% of the population. We control 25 to 40% of the national resources. How could there be a better country, Al, under that scenario? Okay? But things are changing, buddy. Okay? No, I'm not stuck in the past. It's the future, dummy. Once the U.S. is gone. It's not going anywhere. Not in my lifetime. Get off here with that foolishness. Journey, trials and joy. We're in America. I don't live in hypothetics. I live now. I live through my life experience. Okay? You can't tell me what I'm seeing, what I'm living and experiencing is not real when it is real. I'm not living in the past. Well, they're not being treated better than you. Unless you just want to sit around and get things given to you for free, they don't have the rights, protections, and privileges that you have. Y'all just see them being given certain benefits and stuff that you can get out and get on your own. They're not being treated better than me. I never worried about an immigrant coming over there taking my job. America is a nation of immigrants. How you think the Native Americans felt when food started coming over here? The Trail of Tears and all that. Well, I think it's a good idea that we inject black men with syphilis and just watch their deterioration over 40 years. Let's do that. It's an evil ass place over there, man. What are you talking about? I hold them responsible. I hold their feet to the fire. They are treating better than me. Bullshit. They may be treated better than you're treating yourself. Get up off your ass and do something. There's no way they could give them more than what I'm capable of getting on my own. So what do you want them to do? You don't complain about all the money they're giving to Israel and Ukraine to fight these stupid ass wars. So why you complain about that? Because that's a distraction. This is what pisses me off about y'all. But you don't complain. They've given that country $23 billion. Okay? For a system of apartheid over there. For genocide that's going on over there. But you ain't got nothing to say. But you just going by what you hear over and over, the parroting. Oh, they're treating us better. No, they're not. They can't vote. Okay? They can't go out and get a job and go to college and all that stuff like that like you can. You just make a decision not to go. You want everything handed to you. You entitled. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say you're not American. Who said you're not American? I'm saying that you can do more for yourself than the government can do for these people. How much are they giving these people? You don't really know. You're going by what somebody tells you. Oh, they're giving them loans and this and that. Okay. Well, they've always done that to refugees and stuff like that. No. America did that. The CIA came and toppled that man out. Don't come over with that disinformation. You know good and damn well the CIA toppled that man and put the Shah of Iran in there. Okay? And then the countries over there in what's really West Asia, or whatever it's called, really, in actuality, they call it military, they revolted. They pushed back. And they put a limit on the oil. And that's when you had that. Remember, I was old enough to remember when we had the long lines at the gas station, see? I remember that. And that's where it came from. The United States meddling over there again. That's all I'm saying. But we need to have these discussions. They're healthy. You know, they're healthy. Yeah, you got more rights. Do something about it. Use it. Don't sit around complaining about that. That's why would people sit around and worry about who's on welfare or not? You want to trade places with somebody on welfare. I grew up on welfare, man. Okay, when my father left and my mother had to go on government assistance, that's not an easy life. That's not something people want to do. My mother didn't stay on welfare. That's a temporary fix. I certainly did. But you think that's a life you want to live? Why in the world would you worry about somebody on there? But you don't worry about where your other tax dollars is going. Look it up, guys. Stop letting people think for you. See how little of your tax money is going toward the welfare system. It's going toward that military complex. They start wars every damn where around the planet. Okay, propping up Israel and Ukraine and all the other Saudi Arabia and all those other places like that. All these proxy wars all over the damn place. You know, there was not one Hamas or Hezbollah or any of them, Al Rogan, that was on those planes that flew into 9/11. Now get real about that. There were Saudi Arabians on that damn plane. As a matter of fact, Osama bin Laden, our number one enemy, was Saudi Arabia. But do you still push back against Saudi Arabia? No. But y'all get on here talking stuff that you don't know nothing about. You're just repeating shit. But yet we invade Iraq and kill millions of Iraqis for nothing because we wanted Saddam Hussein out there. The same Saddam Hussein that we propped up, gave chemical weapons to during his fight against Iran. I guess Iran's supposed to forget about that. They know the United States. It's the evil empire over there, dude. Because I was born there, I can't tell the truth. It's an evil empire over there. They gave Saddam Hussein the mustard gas and all that stuff, and he turned around and used it against his own people. Then, as history, when he got on the wrong side of history, they're going to bring it up like he's some type of cruel dictator that you propped up all those years over there. You gave him the gas. See? Don't get all over me. Yeah, it's true about Saudi Arabia. There wasn't one Iraqi on those planes. There was not one. They were all Saudi Arabians. But there was no pushback. Osama bin Laden, the worst terrorist in the world, according to the United States, by the way, who propped him up and told him everything he knew in the fight against Russia in Afghanistan, was Saudi Arabian. It's an evil empire. You do have a bone in the fight. If you're an American, those are your tax dollars getting dropped in them bombs in Gaza and the West Bank and all of that. What are you talking about? You do have a bone in it. Bin Laden, you goofy fool. You're good and damn well. He was in Saudi Arabia. So was 19 of those 20 people who flew into them buildings over there. They were all Saudi Arabia. What are you talking about? But we never bring that up. Those people can push back at any time. That's why the United States is keeping their nose over there. Imagine if they have an oil embargo again. There's a reason why those gas prices in America are still low the way they are. It's being manipulated. But y'all don't care. Y'all think, oh, and then if it goes up to $4, you complain. Well, gas over here is a whole lot more expensive. In Europe, it's been that high, okay? When I was over in London back in the 1980s, 1983, y'all people are crazy. There's a reason why you're still paying $3 and something a gallon for gasoline. You don't think that price is being manipulated? When the rest of the world is paying, hell, what are they paying over? I had a guy here, I'm trying to think where he was from. Was it Switzerland? Where was that guy from? No, Denmark. He was here because he used to have a channel. He's from Denmark. He said, Calvin, right now, it's $10 a gallon in Denmark. Okay, check the price of gas in Denmark right now, and then come and talk to me. He was just here right when the Philippines opened up. He was one of the first people to stay in my guest house. He was from Denmark. He was on his way to Dumageddon. That's where he was going to live. He said, yeah, gas is $10 a gallon. It's been that way. He said, I can't remember it ever being less than $8 a gallon. Yeah, $10 a gallon. So how is it that in America, and you're not getting the gasoline really from the reserves we've got over there. He says it's already over $4 in cap. But you know what I'm saying? It should be more than that. Why does inflation hit everything but the price of gas? If inflation would hit gasoline the way it is everything else, man, you be paying $15 a gallon for gasoline in California. It doesn't make sense. If rent is $2,000 and $3,000 a month, but you're still getting $4 in California, make that make sense to me. Because the United States is manipulating that with their big ass, you know, they pray, oh, pray to God, thank you for the life I got in America. Now you better pray and thank the damn military industrial complex. That's why you live the way you live in America. Okay? Because of the might of that military. Other than that, you wouldn't be praying. You're praying to the wrong person. He said, greetings, Cal. You old enough to remember the Bluegrass Army Depot in Richmond? Well, I'm pretty sure my parents did. He said, we gave Saddam the satellite images in Iran. Yeah, but that's still low, right? It should be $20 a gallon if all things being equal and went up like everything else is going up. Hell, a Big Mac meal is what? $15 in the airport. But you can get a gallon of gas for $5 over there? Come on, man. How in the world can you do that? And how, let me explain this to me. How can gasoline be more expensive in the Philippines than it is in America? Tell me that. Okay? Sorry.
Daddy, that's a holiday.
Your travel's over. Yeah, that's my old shirt. Trump, good guys, Trump is not your savior. Okay, Appalachia, the people who really love Trump, they're still going to be poor. He didn't do anything for y'all the last time he was the president. You guys are crazy. None of them are going to do anything for you. It don't matter who's up there. Trump is certainly not your savior. Trump's nobody's savior. He can't even save himself. If America wasn't so fucked up the way it is, his ass would be in prison rotting away some damn where. Give me the same charges Trump got. I'm languishing in jail. I'm not even getting out on bond. Tell me what that raggedy ass fool gonna do. He's not gonna do nothing. Just like Kamala Harris is not gonna do nothing. You better get off your ass and do something. Trump ain't gonna do shit for you. They just as poor up there in Appalachia as they was when Barack Obama was the president. Yeah, sorry, booby. Ass is a bad word. It's really not. It's like it's a donkey. A donkey and an ass are the same thing. You know, take it like Trump's gonna really do something. What did he do the last time? Where's the wall, Joe? Clown ain't built no wall. Y'all fell for that. Oh, we're gonna keep this. Not realizing all the immigrants coming in from Eastern Europe and all other parts of the world, y'all just trying to stop them from coming to Mexico. Okay? Crazy, man. Y'all really thought Trump was going to build that wall and keep those people out? They still coming in. Yeah, I know if Trump don't win, your travel's probably over. Like Trump's really going to do something. He done nothing. The whole presidency. At least these other presidents, you could say like Bush Jr. did what? The Medicare Modernization Act, the Part D. What Obama do? The same-sex marriage, Obamacare, you know, the Immigration Act. Trump, you can't put nothing on his name. All Trump did was divide the country. He did absolutely nothing. What did Trump do in his watch? Because he ran on that. Plus he had the House and the Senate, basically. He done nothing. He can't even run his own life. Yeah, nothing but steal money. Yeah, but, you know, they want to make it look like, oh, George Carlin, he's just a comedian. We've got scholars that go over around the world and try to give you America's foreign policy in layman's terms, but we discredit them. The government and the press discredits them. Look what they're doing to Ta-Nehisi Coates right now. He went over to Israel and wrote a scathing report on that damn occupation, genocide, and apartheid over there, and now they're trying to shut him down. Okay, go on YouTube and watch him, man. How brilliant he was. He went on CBS this morning, and they tried it out, all of this same talking points, right? Not realizing that the guy who they sicked him on has a vested interest in Israel. His ex-wife lives there, and 2 kids live there. He shut that man down real quick. He shut him down. But I'm saying, though, you got scholars, people who know what they're talking about. They're trying to tell you what's going on in the world, but the press, which is nothing but a propaganda machine, shuts these people down like they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, they're lying. They think if a lie is told enough over and over, it becomes the truth. No, these people know what they're talking about. When the UN and everybody else calls it an illegal occupation, which an occupation is illegal. When they call it genocide, it's going on right now. When they call it apartheid, you know what people say? Oh, Israel has the right to defend themselves. That's all they say. Wrong is wrong. Thank you. Thank you. I think you know who's controlling the press. Okay? They're controlling more than that. I'm trying to think of this guy. He's a professor right now in one of these colleges. He's a scholar on, the Middle East and what's going on over there. He wrote a book, him and his partner, called The Israeli Lobby. He breaks it down, how powerful it is. What you can say on TV, what you cannot say. Why we continue to send billions and billions of dollars over there, propping them up like that. They would be nothing without the United States. And how the United States says, oh, if Israel goes down, we go down. That's a lie. We don't need Israel over there for our survival. Yeah, man, I just know that if I was in America, they would lock me up because I'm not going to be quiet about that stuff that matters. Y'all can talk about all this football and basketball, that all y'all want. Why the world's going to hell in a handbasket all around you. At least pretend to care. Act like you noticing shit that's going on. They'll put in the news that Ukraine was winning the war against Russia. That's a bold-faced lie. That never happened. There's no way that could happen. Just to get you to okay them sending all that damn money over there. Meanwhile, he's out here complaining about them giving these immigrants, food stamps or something. Crazy. Yeah, they came out to Ta-Nehisi Coates, man. Go back, he wrote that book, The Message, which actually, there's 3 stories. There's one, he went to Senegal in Africa. He went to Israel and the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. And then he went to South Carolina. But he was talking about what's happening in Israel. It reminds him of what happened in America. And he said, wrong is wrong. But they're trying to tell him he's lying. He's making shit up. He said, there's 2 tiers over there. It's separate and unequal over there, he said. He come back. He put in that book. It's a bestseller. Oh, they're mad at him. They're going to try to cancel him. But they can't do it. He's too eloquent. They know he's telling the truth. But this is what they'll do to you, TJ. They'll make you think you're crazy. The deniers, just like the race deniers over in America. They'll tell you that racism doesn't exist in America. It was a long time ago. Oh, you're making this stuff up. Oh, here he comes a victim. Now, you're a racism denier. I don't even talk to guys like that. Yeah, they coming after him. Go on there and look. CBS this morning embarrassed themselves. It was so bad that they rebuked the damn reporter. But then you got Gayle King and some other black Uncle Tom sitting there not saying nothing. There's supposed to have been all three of them, you know, interviewing this guy, but the white guy took over and tried to, they basically ambushed the man, but he's too smart. Man's he's been a reporter for 20 years, first of all, but he knows what he's talking about. He shot that man down. He really embarrassed him. But he shows you what happens when you talk the truth. He said, I know what I've seen. Because they'll tell you, oh, it's such a complex, what's going on over there. You can never understand it. He said, it's bullshit. He said, it's simple. You can go over there and in one day you see what's going on over there. He said before he was allowed to walk down the street, he had to profess his religion. Because if he was a Muslim, they wasn't going to let him go down there. And then he told the guy, the little soldier, an African Israeli, by the way, he said, young enough to be my son. He said, what's your religion, sir? And he says, well, I don't follow religion. And he says, what's your mother's religion? He said, well, she wasn't a religionist either. He said he went all the way back to his grandmother. He knew that black man's grandmother was a Christian. And when he said, oh, she was a Christian, he let him go down there. But his Palestinian guide could not walk down that street. And he just wrote about it. Oh, they coming for him. They're going to try to counsel him. Man, Trump ain't done nothing. He kept Putin off of Ukraine. Really? Trump ain't done nothing. Okay? That's bullshit. But what's that got to do with the people starving in Appalachia? Theo, Senduro, they still starving. Okay? Remember, he had them all hyped up about reopening up those coal mines. How's that going? Rejuvenating the coal mine industry. How's that going, guy? Trump ain't shit, man. Now, the politics are complex over there. You can see what's simply going on over there. And if the United States isn't propping those people up, but we're going around the world talking about democracy. No, good well, that's not a democracy over there. And they'll say it. Israel's the only democracy in the Middle East. Bullshit. That's not a democracy. That's apartheid over there. And wrong is wrong. So if they want to counsel me off YouTube, counsel me. I'm still going to speak my mind. They're not going to shut me up. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, it's all subjective. Trump ain't done nothing. Okay, did he rejuvenate the coal mine industry, Joe? No. Okay. They're still starving up there. The main people who are voting for him, okay, same with black people voting for those Democrats. They ain't done nothing for us. It's the same with that. They brag about Trump. Trump can't even do anything. He hasn't been successful at nothing. Look at all the businesses that's failed. It's all subjective, man. Joe, you better put on your pants, okay? You sitting around waiting for a man to do something for you, man. That really sounds suspect to me. You sure you wasn't at them Diddy parties? Y'all love Trump, man. They love Trump. Everything Trump had given to him on silver platter. He didn't work for shit. Now, those are facts. Yeah, he said, my fortunes are tied more to my industry than anyone do. Yeah, they love Trump. He's become a cult figure, man. Because you're saying he's not fixing that. Them trailers are just as rusty today as they was when he first took office. And they're going to be rustier while they sit around waiting for him to do something for them. You better get off your ass and paint that damn trailer yourself. You're damn right it's apartheid. But if you say it, they're going to come after you. That man wrote a good book. Now, remember, he got 3 stories in there, but the only one he's taking pushback on is the one where he talks about what he saw over there. And it was revelatory, he said. You know, revelatory. It was like a revelation. He said, man, well, I couldn't believe it, what I saw. Trump ain't did shit. Them rusty ass trailers and all that over there, and all them old dilapidated cars in the front yard, still there to this day. They think Trump's going to save you. Got to save yourself. My mother only had a 9th grade education. She knew that. Don't get tied up in that. Tie your shoes, put on your big boy pants, and get out there and get it done. Okay, well, thank you. Okay, he did do something. Well, what did he do? He said, I can guarantee you, you most were doing much better. No, I wasn't. Nope, I'm sorry. You got to realize, dude, that I was at the end of my career when Trump became the president. I was out of there. Okay, in 2018, Joe, this is facts. I left the United States. Trump was halfway. He wasn't even halfway. He was halfway in his office. So no, not me. You got the wrong person, dude. Yeah, 57-14. Wow. But yeah, let's look on here again. Okay. Now they say, well, how would you even know if you're suffering from loneliness or chronic loneliness? Well, number one, you spend a lot of time alone, like Al does. He said he's seen enough. I'd rather be alone, but he's not alone. He's on this live stream. See, these live streams will help with that chronic loneliness. Not just mine, but all of them. But this is live, so you can relate to other people. You can communicate and talk to them. You're not lonely. But that's one of the things. They're unproductive, like Joe. He wants to sit around and wait for Trump to do something for him. See? Number 3 is they're stuck on negatives. They dwell on their bad experiences. Okay? Number 4, sick or ill frequently. I see it. I see it over here. Guys are lonely over here. Every time you call me, hey, let's go get a cup of coffee. Oh, I'm sick. Well, that's what I do. I only vote. That's the only reason I vote. But local government does affect me and my children and my family. Not whether or not Trump or Kamala Harris. Remember, Joe, this smart guy, Joe on here right now, he can't name me 3 people on his school board. But he's worried about what Trump did for him. Now go on and Google it, Joe. But you know good and damn well you can't do it. You can't name me the president of your city council. Okay? Name me your state representatives. You can't do it. You worry about Trump. You think Trump's going to save you. That's who you need to be worried about. You don't even know your mayor's middle name. Now you tripping. I'm not tripping. I know, man, most Americans, man, we're politically stupid. That's why we argue about Trump and Kamala Harris. You better do what you can do, okay? You damn right Coach is a great journalist, but they want to act like he's stupid and all the people that come before him, okay? He said, I'm still waiting on the question. I'm waiting on the answer. He says, how many of these major U.S. Media outlets that are over there in covering, this Middle East drama have any Palestinian or Palestinian American bureau chiefs or journalists on their staff that can give their side of what's going on over there. Zero. It's crickets. You only get one side of that over there. So when you come back with what you saw, they shoot you down. Oh, you're anti-Semitic. What? Because I'm telling what I'm seeing over there? Oh, doesn't Israel have the right to protect itself? And all that other bullshit, the talking points that you see over there. He says, the dating here in the U.S. is a damn joke. He said, join other groups, force yourself to go out and be around others. That's true, man. We have to force ourselves to do it. But remember, chronic loneliness, it says, loss of confidence and motivation. And it influences the way we interact with each other. People may avoid social situations and withdraw from each other. So we got to force ourselves to do it. But you're right. It says we become disillusioned with dating over there. Certainly the high expectations. But let me say this before I get over here. But then we come over here with the same high expectations that we're running from over there. Entree Jones. We want a 15 over here. She's got to have a great job. She's got to be educated. No children. We're doing the same thing. It's the matrix. It's what's going on. It's our thinking. We bring it over here. So now all of a sudden, you're 63 or 67 or whatever it is. But you want a 27-year-old perfect woman. You crazy, man. You got to lower them expectations, man. You a 2, but you want a 15. Because you think, wrongfully, by the way, that women only want money and good sex. Well, it says it right here. It says chronic loneliness affects women too. Our loneliness, male loneliness. It says apparently 2/3 of divorces are initiated by women whom complain their husbands are emotionally incompetent. We think all we got to do is go out there and bring home the bacon. Or, break her back, with the 12-inch ding-a-ling. We don't offer any emotional support, okay, because we got all that stuff down in here. You can't cry. You don't know how to express yourself, but you bring that over here. And you think all the woman wants is money. Well, at first it is about money, but hell, what happens when it starts working out? You become the same guy here as you was over there. And pretty soon the woman's like, this guy, I don't want to deal with him. I want out. And then you start blaming the woman instead of trying to work on yourself. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But he come out here crying. Now he sit there telling me and everybody else that our lives were better under Trump. Now he's crying when I insinuate about him. Get off of here, crybaby. If you can't take it, don't dish it out. That's all I'm saying. Okay? You come out here talking about, our lives were better under Trump. You don't know me to say that. I'm telling you it wasn't. I left America. Okay? I only heard half of Trump's lies. Okay? Yeah, we're just having a conversation. But he said that out of his own mouth. Now he's saying something different. See? Get off here with that. He says, I need the Ethereum to hit 5,000. Why not ask others how it was? If you're a real man on here, you know that you went out and did that. And you're going to give, how am I going to give credit to some other man? You sound suspect, dude. You sound real suspect now. You sound like a cult member. Talking about Trump did this and Trump did that. Trump ain't done shit for you. You still got to punch the clock. He ain't done nothing for you. Yeah, Trump told 30,000 lies during his administration. He said family members actually make fun of a phone call. What's the matter? Are you lonely again? Another dagger to the heart. Well, get out among your friends, your co-workers. Okay, because the women that you're chatting with, they're not your friends for real. But we're so lonely, see, that's what it says right here. Social isolation and loneliness can be a key factor in making older people more vulnerable to crime, abuse, or exploitation. It increases the risk of falling victim to scams. This is why people are giving away their life savings over here. We only tell the stories, okay? Okay? We only tell the stories on here. We don't go behind and try to find out anything about the individuals. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Well, you can't give. That's just a moment in time, Blizzard Abroad. Of course, prices are going to be lower under Trump. How many years ago was that? There's something called inflation, guys. And the prices were lower under Obama than they were under Trump. I mean, really, guys, y'all know that the president don't do nothing. He's a figurehead. Okay, he don't control prices. Come on, Blizzard Abroad, you know better. I mean, come on, guys. That's crazy. No, I didn't say he looks, but it's something called inflation, Joe. Okay, this is what goes on in America, man. You know, it's like, I don't know what's going on with us. It's like we can't think anymore. Trump ain't done nothing for you, Blizzard, bro. You at work probably right now. Did Trump create that job for you? Does he do your work for you? He doesn't do anything. Just like Obama didn't do anything for me. If anything, he made it harder for me with some of the policies he had. But thank y'all so much, all your super chats, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shows. I mean, I really mean that, guys. It's because of you guys that I'm not lonely. It's the reason I created this support group. I was talking to John Smulo the other day, and he was like, man, I want to applaud you for building a support group. He said, I've got a lot of subscribers, but I don't have a support group. Because at some point, when I started getting traction, it clicked with me. All those years I was lonely over here in the Philippines. Yeah, lonely. And I said, it's going to be other lonely guys over here. Why don't we create a support group similar to what they've got, what Filipinos have in Louisville, Kentucky? I didn't even say America. I said Louisville, Kentucky. And that's what I did. So now people come, we have meet and greets. People come to my house. I mean, it's really a support group. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So take care, everybody.